I'm back. All right, guys, so I'm back, and I've got a lot of updates to show you. It might not look like it in here right now, but I promise you, we've really been putting in the work up here. And right now, I'm a one-man show. It's just me up here. We had some complications and things that happened, so right now it's just me up here. They wanted me to do a little bit more of like an in-depth of the shop. I still don't know specs and everything like that, but I mean, this place can pretty much speak for itself. I mean, this is lobby and office, bathroom, and that's basically all of it, guys. It's right off the road, so yeah, we see traffic and all that kind of stuff. Plenty of windows, all that. And we have a Coke machine, and that's all of our keys for all the drivers' vehicles and stuff like that. All right, so anyways, that pretty much wraps up this space in here. Definitely looking to paint it and do something to the floors because they are beat. But for right now, I think this is what most everybody is interested in, is the shop. And it looks a little bit different. Obviously, there's not a beat up Prius in here. I wish I would have been able to record everything on this car because this is my girlfriend, fiance, wife. I look at her as a wife. Anyway, it's her car. And she blew the head gaskets in it. If anyone knows anything about General Motors 3.8 and this year model Camaro, Buick, they put it in just about anything with a V6. They are horrible with water leaks, head gaskets, things of that nature. Anyways, yeah, I just put the motor in it and like last week. And she's running great. But anyways, that's besides the point. The Prius is out, the Camaro's in. It's basically ready to go. I just got to fix some leaks on the top, and here in Mississippi for the past little while, it's been nothing but pouring down rain. Anyways, this is basically all of our car wash stuff, polish and car wash, any of that kind of stuff. Here's a few new parts for a couple of vehicles that we got to do, and all that stuff's kind of self-explanatory. Right here, it looks like something horrible happened. Next to the press, that's paint. I have no idea where it came from. It was here when I got here. But I figured it'd be funny to put the little caution sign up here. And that's by the press. So nothing horrible happened here. It was just, that's where I wanted to put the press. So there it is. Pretty much all the cleaning supplies, lubricant, and stuff like that as far as automotive, all that kind of stuff, oil filters. This is just random, just stuff. Like I said, we're still working on getting all this kind of stuff cleaned up and moved around, so a lot of this stuff is going to change, but this is just something that I have not gotten to yet, and working on it. So this corner over here, we took all the shelves out over here, moved them all this stuff is going to be changed. All the spider webs, of course, are going to be taken out. That's more paint and other stuff, fiberglass work, all that kind of stuff. Over here is just like the catch-all, basically, for right now until we get it cleaned up and organized. But if you look in the last video, the cars are way farther set back now. Now you can actually, I'll show you in a second, but after this shelf is moved and everything, well, this will be a clean walkway. It actually freed up like almost 6 feet in front of the vehicle, so we got a lot more space in here now for more work and everything. It's the automotive skates and everything over here, so we can slide the cars around to get them in this position. And this is one of our projects that my beautiful girlfriend, we done the math, it's about every 4.5 months she wrecks a vehicle. And this is one of them that she took out. This was my baby right here. I had it on a set of 22s, nice system, touchscreen, everything in it. And I was going on the boat whenever she wrecked it. And thank God, her and my daughter, Naomi, they were perfectly fine. But still, like, we can replace the car. But after you get home and you see it, it's like, man, y'all are okay, that's great. But, like, this is my baby right here. But that's a work in progress, and like I said, she just blew the head gaskets in this one, and I replaced the motor. So that's 2 of them. plus, whenever we first started talking, she actually rear-ended me in my dream car. So, needless to say, we had a road already. This is all stuff for Grove Transit. They have like seat belts and all kind of random stuff in there for their vans. At the end of the day, this is your favorite place to be. Get cleaned up and everything. This is basically my little closet away from home right here. Just more random storage here. This is where all of our fluids are kept and everything, except for, you know, extra oil, transmission fluid, stuff like that. That's the spot where things get really loud. And pretty much self-explanatory. That's more oil and everything. This is where all of your tools get hung up and everything. Oh, VinWiki is on. Please don't kick me off this time. But anyways, welder. All of this is like just spare like nuts and bolts, all assorted and everything. It took forever to get that assorted, but it is now. And this storage is more for the welder stuff, and this one over here is more for the grinder type stuff. And this is just extra toolboxes and all the new tools and stuff. The boxes are put down there along with their receipts, so if we need to warranty anything, we can warranty it out and hopefully get it back quick. All light bulbs. I mean, if you know tools, you can look at the wall. That obviously we got to fill a lot of this in with a lot more stuff. We have the tools and everything. We just kind of have everything while we're moving. We don't want to crowd everything too much because everything's getting moved around so much. Definitely have to clean this up because one of those 55-gallon barrels over there is full of oil and it started leaking. So we have a huge mess, but we're working on it. And I guess I could introduce you to a few tools. This is Pip Pap, Whip Whap, and Zip Zap. And Ugga Dugga is in the toolbox. We're looking to take out one of these two tables and substitute one of those two tables with a really big toolbox to put all the big stuff in and keep some of this other stuff on the wall. All that up there is storage from Grove Transit. Long story short, so you guys, trying to adjust this wrong way. Okay. Long story short, how this all works is I service Grove Transit's fleet. In exchange, I can have the shop to do whatever I want to with and run my business out of their shop as long as I service the fleet. So that's how that gets wrapped up. That might have been one of the main questions from the last video. But also, I want to epoxy the floor where it's really smooth and really easy to clean stuff up off of. And if anyone out there that's watching these videos has information on like how to like a DIY epoxy, that's what I would like to do. Try and save some money on it to try and get this floor smooth and cleaned up. This over here, we just put a TV on the wall. We wanted to mount it high just because you never know what might, you know, come flying through or whatever. So we mounted it kind of high, but I actually think we went a little too high because it's like way up off the ground. I would rather it be in this corner, like facing us in this corner. That's what I would like, but we'll see what happens. This corner was really just cleaned up to get all the other stuff that was over here out of the way. Oh, here's Tawanda's motor. Tawanda is the car's name. That's Tawanda. That was Destiny's name for her car. But anyways, that's the motor that I just pulled out of Tawanda, and it was fun because all I had was a floor jack. But anyways, now we're coming upstairs. And it's really, I think the main question that you guys had was about how big the shop was. But you have to see it in person to really know. Like, it's way bigger in person than what it looks like on camera. So you just have to, if you guys want to come out, message me or whatever, and we can check out the shop. Which is actually something that I really want for this section up here. Right now it stores like a lot of our new parts, transit stuff, and all this whole corner is fixing to be out of here. I need to get all that stuff cleaned up and moved. Here's obviously the pool table that never gets used other than for a tripod stand. That's literally all that this table gets used for, is to hold the tripod stand. And this is the 33 Degrees podcast, which was supposed to get started this past week, but we had other things going on. My brother Eric came up here and he started working with me. He usually works on the tugboat, so he's out for 28. We got another vehicle coming in, so excuse the beats. But he works out on the tugboats, whatever you want to call it, and he's out for 28 and in for 14. So it's kind of hard to convince somebody after they've been gone for 28 days to come back and just help you clean and organize stuff, which he had no problem doing, but we just didn't really have enough time to do our first podcast and everything. So, but there's plenty stories coming soon. That's going to be the podcast part. So, and also, I guess if you stand back here, this place is pretty big too. It's like just as big as the downstairs part. So, and it definitely does look like a kind of like a smaller place whenever you're looking through the camera, but it's way bigger in person whenever you actually get out here. You can't really see much of nothing out here right now, but it's the bay door that you can just kind of hang out up here, chill, watch the fleet, all that kind of stuff. I want to get a grill and set it up somewhere out here. I'm not going to pan left because that's where a lot of garbage and stuff is right now that we got to get cleaned up. But yeah, like it's a cool little hangout spot. There's all of our tables and stuff that we're going to have set up. This is my laptop, which feeds from here through the wall, which they already had holes in, and that's what goes to the TV. And that's how you see, what all is going on. It kind of sucks. I got to walk upstairs and change it if it's something going on that I don't like. But at the end of the day, if that's all I got to complain about, then I'm good. But yeah, I can't wait to get some podcasts out here and set up some lights and some speakers and things of that nature and have a good time. And this is the shop coming down the stairs. Our little TV. Little pan around, I guess you would say, of everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know anything else that I could give you guys other than like measurements of the shop, and I don't think it's really that big of a deal. It's a shop that really I want to change into more of a fun place. Like if you're a good, positive person, and if you're wanting to go somewhere, like if you have goals and ambitions or whatever, I want this to be the kind of place that people can come to and hang out at and just really be around good people. If you're trying to move forward in life, this is where I want those type of people around me, and I want to be around those type of people. But I think this would be, I feel like I'm using this space to like maybe 10% of its potential. So with 33 Degrees, we're going to have the podcast. Of course, we'll have the mechanic work and projects, things of that nature down here. And we're also getting a screen printing machine, which I'm not sure where it's going to go yet. I kind of want something in this corner. But at the same time, if I get this corner over here cleaned up where all these tools are in here and the air compressor is outside, then this would be a good little spot for it. So I just wanted to use the shop for the most potential that I can get out of it. And we're really trying to get all of this stuff ready, I'm going to say before scraping the coast. We want about between 300 and 500 t-shirts that we can take out there. And we're going to be taking this car, and we're going to be taking maybe my truck. I don't know. I hate that truck. The Rumblebee, I can't stand that truck. I would rather take the Z71, but it's another project truck that I really want. I'll elaborate on that in another video. But we're definitely taking Maryland, my blue 98 Camaro. And I just bought my girlfriend a 2013 Camaro RS that it's definitely going. So we're starting to run out of people, you know, to drive cars. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Definitely start looking forward to more videos coming out, because I'm fixing to really start hustling on these videos. And yeah, just stay tuned. We're gonna have 33 Degrees podcast. We're gonna have t-shirts. After we get t-shirts, we're gonna be looking to sponsor people to put our logo on their cars, stuff like that. And who knows, we might try and do a little car show or something. I love car shows, so let's see what we can do with this channel. Let's keep pushing forward, and I'll see you guys later in the week. So thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Like, subscribe, and I'll holler at you later. Deuces.